Welcome back to Israel in Context, Turkey edition. They say that
it ain't cool being no jive turkey so close to Thanksgiving.
Well, it's only September, but I hear turkey gobble jive from every direction nowadays, most notably from Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan, who's been sticking his neck out in all kinds of foul ways. But before we get to him, we must acknowledge the miracle that happened this week. The United Nations Palmer Report exonerated Israel of the flotilla fiasco. Yay! Israel's naval blockade of Gaza was validated as legal. And its right to enforce the blockade in international waters was found to be justified. Ha! And the true objective of the IHH and flotilla organizers to provoke Israel into using violence was confirmed. Told ya! And the report determined, in case the new hotels and the malls weren't enough evidence, that there is no humanitarian crisis in Gaza. What's the big deal, you ask? Israel is the UN's favorite whipping boy, so to see the UN, which spends half of its time chastising her, come out with a report that validates Israeli policy and actions, well, it just makes me a little bit verklempt.
Now I'm getting verklempt.
We're all verklempt! But Turkish PM Erdogan, the proud peacock that he is, peacock, I love that word. Erdogan the peacock could only pout and warble. Running around like a turkey with his head cut off, he rejected the report, expelled Israel's ambassador to Ankara, and downgraded Turkey's relations with Israel. Why? Because he still wanted an apology.
I demand satisfaction.
Note, Turkey won't apologize for the rape, murder, and dispossession during the past 100 years of millions of Armenians, Greeks, and Cypriot Greeks, and for its ongoing repression of the Kurdish population. Did anyone hear about the Turkish bombing campaign against the Kurds that happened this week in Iraq? I bet they'd like an apology. What do you think their chances are of getting one? Now remember, Turkey was once Israel's closest regional ally, even mediating several rounds of indirect negotiations between Israel and Syria in 2008 and running joint military exercises. Turkey is clearly trying to bait Israel into a cockfight. They plan to send Turkish Navy ships to escort aid to Gaza despite the United Nations' new requirement that aid must be transferred via land crossings. And to top it off, about 40 Israelis were detained at length at the Istanbul airport for being Israeli. Their passports were taken, their laptops searched, and their finances were assessed before being allowed to board. Unprecedented, humiliating behavior. And so I know you're wondering, what's Turkey's problems? Are someone's giblets in a wad? Why are they creating issues with their longtime ally? Well, thanks to WikiLeaks, we'll tell you. Turns out, quote, Turkey's deteriorating relations with Israel tend to confirm Levi's thesis that Erdogan simply hates Israel, end quote. Ta-da! Erdogan has been marinating for years in good old-fashioned, irrational, baseless hatred. Tasty. Okay, that's a hefty dose of tryptophan, but what to make of it? Drumstick, please. Drrr. They say that people, pets, and yes, even countries will rise to meet their names. Then let us remember this. A peacock by any other name, even Erdogan, is still a turkey.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople, so if you a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul.